Welcome to Homefront Sit Rep with Willis
and Megs. Don't forget about Blaze.
We're just a couple of veterans having a good time talking about what's on our minds.
And maybe yours.
You can find us on Apple, Amazon, or Spotify.
Or wherever you find your favorite podcasts.
Welcome to a Monday night live of Homefront Sit Rep. How is everybody doing?
Doing all right. Blaze is over there.
I know he's doing self-care like always. I love it. I wish I had a dog's life.
No, me too.
That would be so awesome. Because I can't say all dogs, but most dogs, all they know is unconditional love.
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of ties into our live tonight, man. I tell you what, I'm super excited to introduce you guys to this guy. If you don't know who he is, if you don't know what his organization's about, you will definitely find out tonight. When you see him, he's just going to be radiating with positivity. Megan just talked to him for about a few minutes, and she's like, dude, I just want to go give this guy a hug. And his just personality is just, man, I tell you what, it is infectious. So with that being said, I'm going to bring to the stage Mr. David Rubin, founder of Hero Strong.
Welcome, What's Mr. going Strong. On, everybody? How is it going? Yes.
What's going on, buddy?
Energy and excitement. That was a phenomenal introduction right there.
I
didn't know what I was getting myself into coming on with two of our heroes, and just straightforward. You both are why we are Hero Strong. I mean, just refresh everybody. What branch and what service do you both have you served?
Oh, look, he's flipping.
I know.
All
right, so
I
am a Marine Corps veteran. I served from 97 to 2004.
All right, so I was Army MP, military police, and then I did that, served in Guantanamo Bay, and then God bless anyone that does corrections, but not my cup of tea. So that's when I beat feet and transferred over to the Coast Guard, continued with my law enforcement career with them, and also did civilian law enforcement, and did that all the way up until 2013.
Well, this flag right here, freedom is not free. And what you all serve, you and your hero teammates, we can't thank you all enough. And that's what our organization is all about. My name is David Rubin. I'm the founder and president of Hero Strong, a nonprofit organization that it's just literally a platform so we can thank our everyday heroes, our law enforcement, our fire department, our educators, medical, and yes, our military, the greatest country in the world, land of the free because of you all. And I'm just honored to be invited on your show. Again, you all are why. If you're listening to this right now, say thank you to our heroes. It matters. And again, that's what our organization is all about. We'll talk more about what we do as an organization, but we really just want you all to know that we got your six as a community.
Awesome. Now, tell everybody, all of our listeners that are watching right now, tell them a little bit about yourself, your background.
So as you can see, my hat says win on it. We take out the I, it's one. And one day at a time, one breath at a time, one rep at a time. I am a muscle specialist. I am a performance coach. My business is called Winners Fitness. So every day is a win at Winners Fitness. And my job is to assess the muscular system, and then design exercises based on your individual needs, not wants. So everything is about gathering information, assessing, just like you heroes do before you go into any situation. We got to see what this situation is requiring, what is needed to win, right? It's that simple. And then my background also is I'm a youth coach, performance coach. I've been coaching baseball for 17 years. I've coached golf, professional golf athletes, MMA fighters, basketball players, hockey players, obviously baseball, softball. So my whole background is in coaching and developing. So when I start looking at our world, at our country, we need a platform to come together as one. And that's what Hero Strong is all about. We need our educators, right? The ones that are out there, and shout out to all of our educators that are in the classroom. My mom was an educator for 35 years strong, teaching emotionally handicapped and autistic students. She is my superhero. My dad has his own painting contracting business, so he's been doing his own thing, developing all in the community. So our educators, our law enforcement, it's taking care of and protecting us. Our fire departments, so our first responders. And that means also our dispatchers, our true, real first responders, our medical professionals, our nurses, our CMTs, everyone that's in the hospitals, and then our military. And that also obviously means our veterans and all their families, because when our heroes are out there in the community overseas, it's the families that are nervous. The families are the when are you coming home? Where are you? So we honor our heroes and their families. We are actually preparing. If you see the logo on this side, the logo is gold, right? The logo is gold. And that's because you heroes are number one. And this November, we are rolling out not the red carpet, the gold Hero Strong carpet right here in Seminole County, Central Florida, as our mayor, or now commissioner, Matt Morgan, who's also one of our board members. He is a 7 foot, 300 plus pound. He's the blueprint, the beast, the former WWE superstar Matt Morgan, and the only undefeated American gladiator. And he named the city Strongwood, right? Strongwood.
Love
it. That is the home of Hero Strong. You can't make this stuff up. It's like a whole movie that is being written right in front of us. And this November, we're having a Thank You Heroes weekend. So we have to, what do we have to do? We have to connect with our heroes. So it's a Friday night, November 10th. We're having a meet and greet with our heroes. We're doing a kickball tournament with our heroes. We're doing the Thank You Hero ceremony. So it's a 3-day weekend event. It's our staple event for our whole organization. And it's our way of having the community come out and say thank you to you all, because you all are number one.
Oh man, that's friggin' amazing. So one of our listeners, James Thornton, says, "Wow, I need this guy's energy."
I was telling y'all, we were just telling y'all. Like, I only talked to him a couple minutes ahead of time, and so that being said, like, one of the things that we always like to do is we like to make things a little bit more personal, a little bit more relatable.
That's our hero, Melissa Greenberg, right there. Hero Melissa is one of our first grade educator, and she's our newest board member. Her dad was in the Coast Guard. Her mom was in the medical field, Hero Strong. She is so proud of our organization. She heard about us through a league that I was a president at. And then when we said we honor our educators, she was blown away. And everybody has had an impact from our educators, and they are true heroes. So she was just so amazed that we honor our educators, and obviously coming from a hero family. Hero Melissa, hi.
Welcome, Melissa. No. Thank you for tuning in. And no, I agree with you. Like, a lot of organizations out there, they focus either on veterans or they focus on law enforcement. There's not one that actually focuses on all of them all of them together. And man, I tell you what, it's literally like James said, your energy, man. I tell you what, it's very infectious. It's just, yeah, man, it's freaking amazing.
And I truly, I don't know that I would be here if it weren't for key educators in my life.
Yeah.
So
hero Melissa, you are our hero.
Yeah, no. So shout out to Senora Little. She's now, or Senorita Little. She's now Senora Pearson. Miss Sereno. She was Miss Miller at the time. Now she's Mrs. Burks. I mean, the list goes. Miss Burke also, who's a different person. shout out to them, because honestly, they are what helped me go to each next stage of my life. So thank you
It's
to all those educators. I just needed to throw their name out there, because whether they're listening or not, I don't know, but they deserve it. They deserve the honor. So
it's so simple too. It's not complicated, and a lot of people want to ask what we do as an organization, and it's really just bring awareness and lead with love. Yes, we do. We send packages overseas to our military. We have the biggest flag retirement ceremony probably in the United States of America, right here in Central Florida. We'll talk more about that because it is unbelievable what we have created and what we do. We just did a welcome home to our Vietnam veterans. We are literally we just honored one of our military veterans that has seizures and epilepsy at a Topgolf event. We just had the biggest fundraiser ever with NASCAR. I mean, they never wrote a check that big to a nonprofit ever. They were blown away. We got the microphone. I got on stage. I was out there waving Old Glory, and we had the national anthem. We did our community sing along that you'll probably hear later on when I'm going to be singing. But it's really that simple to give love, and the more that people get behind it, and the more that we're sponsorship and donations, everything that you're seeing, and I'm pointing this way right now. We have a hero museum.
Oh, that's awesome.
On July 12th, we did a gold ribbon cutting to this office, which is the headquarters. But then we launched the beginning of a museum right here in Central Florida. And you're saying that you've never seen anybody that brings everyone together. And what's amazing is some people are not pro law enforcement, right?
Right.
Some people are not pro military, whether it's PTSD or in situations that they dealt with. Okay, let's say you don't want military. Let's say you don't want law enforcement, but you were just talking about our educators. If you get sick, you're talking about our medical professionals. If you get in a car accident and have an emergency, you're talking about our fire department, right? You need Hero Strong. Everybody needs Hero Strong. Everybody knows a hero. Everybody has some kind of family member, cousin, friend that is a hero. So really, this organization is for us all. It's
Definitely,
that simple. And when I was talking to our mayor, I think it was in 2019, he goes, "This doesn't seem real. You have Law Enforcement Appreciation Week. You have military Veterans Day. You have Memorial Day. You have Teacher Appreciation Week, but it's all separate. Here you are coming along and putting it all together, and that's what we're literally doing. This is going to be the biggest organization, the strongest organization that the world has ever seen because of who we honor, and that's for us all to unite and come under one roof and really. All we need is love.
I love it.
Yeah.
Love is
Yeah.
all. I mean,
it.
it's really, that's what our organization. We have an amazing board of directors, as you just saw. Hero Melissa, first grade educator. I was talking about the blueprint. Mr. Strongwood, Matt Morgan, our community ambassador. We have a attorney on our board. His dad was a law enforcement officer for 28 years, Eric Swank. And then we have a business consultant who works with 40 other nonprofit organizations. I don't know how I created this board with these amazing human beings that are just so smart. But that's what this organization needs. They need to understand me because I don't stop when we're at an event. You can, if you go follow our social media pages, Facebook, Instagram, even YouTube, Twitter, we're nonstop because our organization is honoring our everyday heroes. And how do we do that? By loving our heroes every single day.
All right, so let me pump the brakes here for a second because I love you and I love your energy. How did this even begin?
So I started my own baseball league in 2017. And what happened was I quit. I was a high school baseball coach. I quit coaching high school baseball because I care about how you talk, how you dress, right? I care about if you have bad body language, you're not going on the field, right? Everything that, and I don't care if you're the best player on the team, you're putting the team first. Otherwise, you're not going on the field. And a lot of people don't like that because what do they want to do? They want to win, right? You see the hat. I want to win, but winning is about having fun, being smart, and getting better. That's my definition of winning. So I quit coaching high school sports. I started my own league. I call it WSP. The league stands for We Stay Positive, right? We had a black team and we had a white team. So no, the jerseys were black and white, and then every game they would switch. So somebody would be on the black team, next game they were on the white team. And so I was really just attacking everything, right? Because we're all in this together. Now I coach.
That makes me think of the yin and yang. You know what I mean?
Like, exactly. And everyone on the jersey, I can show you, but everyone in our league, I'll have to send you a picture. Everyone in the league, what number do you think they were?
Number 1.
So on the back of the jersey, everyone had a big number 1 on it because I don't have any kids. And when I'm out there coaching and developing these, they're all mine, right? Until after practice, after the game, then they go home and you do your thing. But everybody matters. And I'm so sick of seeing kids that are getting either not loved, not coached, or overcoached and putting too much pressure on them. Right. And I'm talking youth sports right now. So I'm talking ages 13, 14, 8, 9, 10, those ages. So I started my own league. And one of the coaches that I had was a firefighter. And again, I don't have any family in any hero branches. Except my mom was an educator. So I grew up in watching her lead and be that teacher that had all the supplies. And she was the first one there, last one to leave. You know, those educators that, if you need any staplers, go to Miss Rubin. I need some paper, go to Miss Rubin, right? I need some pens, go Miss, she had everything. And absolutely incredible. So I got to be around this firefighter, and his wife was a medical professional, so a nurse. And here I am. I always call him a hero. Hero. Everyone clap it up for our heroes. Hero. Come here. Let's talk. And he had a master's in psychology, so he understood what I was. He was the smartest person I've ever met. And so he understood why I was calling him a hero out of love and respect, because you all don't do it for the hero status. People are not doing it for the hero medals that we have back here. But we need to show the community how to appreciate. We need to show the kids who the real leaders are, not the professional athletes and the celebrities. Not that we don't need them, and not that they're not talented and amazing. But at the end of the day, who are they calling when things get real? You all.
Right.
So during this WSP league, what does everybody want? A trophy, right? Everyone wants that win. What's the trophy? They want the spotlight. I understand. I've been coaching for a long time. So the trophy was fruit. The MVP trophy was going to be a pineapple, was going to be a carton of strawberries. If it was Halloween, it was going to be a pumpkin, whatever it was going on. The MVP of the practice of the game was going to get fruit.
Nice.
Right. And then on the fruit, we put a little fact on it. So if we're doing watermelon, do you know that this is 70, 80%, 90% water, right? What are the vitamins in it? What is the importance of these vitamins? So not only were they enjoying it, and it's Florida, so it's always hot out here, even though my baseball players would know that you don't talk about hot. It's wintertime. It's freezing.
Right.
I'm a lunatic when it comes to coaching. Everything is going to be different. And it's going to be fun, always.
I love it.
So the fruit and all this stuff. And then we'd always bring out a speaker. And I'd bring out we'd bring out military. We'd bring out educator. My mom was one of the hero speakers talking about that. We brought in a guidance counselor one time. But then after we did a seminar, like a kind of a wrap up, and I called it a seminar because I was going more in depth of the body. And I invited law enforcement to come be our speakers. And our county sheriff's office, Seminole County. Shout out to Seminole County Sheriff's Office, the best.
Nice.
So they come in, and I have about 20 people in the gym. So I brought them to the gym that I was working in. I had the skeleton out. We're teaching about bones. We're teaching about breathing, right? And the seminar was called WOLF, right? So I was launching these seminars because WOLF stands for, if you want to win more on the field, you have to win more off the field. So winning on and off the field, right? You all are getting to know, like, it's quite simple. Well, this was a Saturday afternoon in August, and the night before, 2 law enforcement officers were shot and killed.
Oh.
right? I didn't realize it. It was right here in Central Florida. So these officers come in, and the thing is, I have zero connections at this time in 2017 with any law enforcement, right? I mean, it's intimidating. I mean, it's when they're in uniform and that you all stand guard and you do your thing and you have a serious face on and you're always at any event, you're always on the back of the sides, just doing your thing, which I get. But I
Right.
challenge it every single time that they come because they're the spotlight. So
I
we're
joke
literally
that even though I was in law enforcement, I still get nervous around law enforcement. So
it's even like,
it's a real
doesn't
thing.
matter. So I told these law enforcement heroes when they came out, the only thing I wanted them to speak about, because I didn't know what they were going to talk about, and I didn't care what they were going to talk about. But as a coach, I need to be able to intertwine, and I want to utilize whatever information. So I said, if you can just talk about being proactive and being a great teammate, that's just stay on those boundaries, and then I can fill in later on afterwards. And I'll say, remember when our heroes came and they talked about how we had to take care of all the uniform, they had to prep everything, they had to make sure everything was going, yada yada. I mean, you know how it goes. I mean, proactive is a huge component to be successful and possibly to save your life or save our community or country. So they come in, they back in, and we have these big windows. And now all of a sudden we see 3 cop cars come. Everybody starts adjusting in the seats, right?
Yeah.
The energy starts changing. I said, hey, welcome in. And I start like kind of yelling at them like I am right now. And I say, hey, sign in, right? And then on the sign in, it had one of the questions was that they had to answer was what was their favorite sport? And I'm going to ask you all, what's your favorite sport?
Mine's football.
Football, college or pros?
College.
Go Gators.
Oh, we were friends for like half a second there.
Yeah, just a half a second.
Just lost it.
No, I like a U of L, University of Louisville, or Notre Dame, which I grew up watching Notre Dame. And then I live close enough to the city of Louisville that I root for U of L. So they're ACC, so I don't really have to worry about the SEC for the Gators. But my wife is a Kentucky Wildcat fan.
Okay.
So, yeah, I can't root for Gators in this house.
So if I'm going to go college, if I'm going college football, this is where we were friends for a minute. I'm sorry.
It will come back. Don't worry. I have faith.
It's Florida.
They're gonna face
the Florida
off.
State. The Florida
they're gonna
State
face
shot.
off, and it's gonna be because the Gators are getting better. They're young, so
Yeah.
I think that Florida State Gator game could be a very, very intense rivalry, as it always is. But this game could be very, very big.
But
so we'll just say that anyway.
I have a triple tie. I have a triple tie for my sports, though.
I thought it's not football.
No.
Oh, sorry. Whoa.
So, yeah. So I was just jumping on the college bandwagon there for a second because I do prefer college football more than anything else. But no, so it's a triple tie. It's soccer, beach volleyball, and rugby. And those are I always try to play one of those at some point. I've been a little bit out of it lately, but that's my personal favorite because I also those are my favorite to play.
So I have to go down this road for 1 second now. Misty May and Carrie Walsh.
Yeah.
Right. I just was like, right. Oh, here goes Hero Melissa is going with her Michigan, right?
Yeah.
But those games with Misty May.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
And I am a horrible volleyball fan right now, but I'm trying to remember before Misty May and Walsh was Gabrielle something or other. Read her book. It is phenomenal. She was the big gold medal winner and stuff like that before Misty May and all of them came around. So Gabrielle Reese. There we go. I know I'd pull it out of my butt eventually. But yeah, she was the first one that I fell in love with, and I guess that's giving my age away. But no, I think what Misty and
Carrie
did was phenomenal for the support. And
Yeah, they changed the face of beach volleyball. Those two.
Yeah, but it was thanks to Gabby Reese that really kind of laid the pathway.
Yeah.
So if you
See,
know
look at our
anything about the
heroes
history
always
of that,
coming in and going deeper and giving us more background and educating us, all right?
Yeah.
We appreciate it. So,
but
obviously,
I would definitely check out her book. And then when it comes to soccer, Michelle Akers.
Yep.
No one has any idea how sick she was going through the '99 World Cup, or
Okay.
I think it was '99. She had to like literally go off and get IVs put in, and I can't remember. She had an autoimmune disorder that was going on at the same time. No one knew, and she just kept fighting through it, and it was amazing.
Blaze is staring
yeah.
at us.
Come here, buddy. You want to say hi?
It's incredible to see that. I mean, athletes are incredible. What's up, buddy?
That's my service dog, Blaze. He's always here.
It's just amazing the perseverance and I mean I've been around some of the best athletes in the world coaching, and people do not understand the sacrifices that they make. I mean, yes, I call you all heroes, but athletes are absolute. I mean, anybody that is a professional, it does not matter what you're doing. The time, the energy, the dedication, the sacrifices, the discipline. I mean, that's what my job is all about, is looking at it. So going back, baseball is the only sport in the world, right? Let's just be clear. Right?
How about them O's, hon? How about them O's?
That's let's go Mets. Right? Let's go Mets.
How about them O's? How about them O's?
How about them O's? We'll see. We'll see.
What's going on, Michael?
What's up, man? We're just having a great talk. We're talking about sports now. We're talking about our heroes. We're talking about love. Obviously, we got Old Glory always ready to fly at any time during this show. It's land of the free because of our heroes. So going back to answer your question about this all, as I created a seminar. These officers came into the gym. It was, I didn't know at the time that how I didn't understand the brotherhood and sisterhood of law enforcement because I was never around it. And to see these three officers come in and then started speaking, and I gave them the floor, and then they started talking about how people don't realize that I call it a hero mobile, right? But when their car is completely labeled law enforcement, sheriff's office, department, they check it. I mean, I'm sure you're checking underneath it. You're going behind it.
Yeah.
That's your office. And if you just arrested somebody or did something that somebody doesn't like, they're coming after you, right? Whether it's, I mean, and you don't want to think it, but obviously you're both shaking your head.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's true. I hear it from a lot of our heroes, and I was just kind of amazed. I was saddened, obviously, to hear these stories. I'm like, you all are badasses. Like, what are you talking? What are you scared of, right? But then you start to humanize the badge. And you start to realize that you're human, and you start to realize that, wait a minute, yeah, you see you in the uniform, but you're no different than us, right? You decided to take oath. You decided to wear all this 50 pounds of gear and then go out there and take bullets and to arrest the criminals and to be there for us. You all are our heroes, right? It's absolutely incredible. Now, to go deeper, and I'm going to give you a little more in depth because you all deserve it. And you're going to investigate me, and you're going to investigate our organization because you're heroes. So what happened was, I didn't like the sadness. I don't like sadness at all.
I can tell.
Right? I want everyone to be happy. I know that's reality, but I did not like seeing our officers sad. So I literally had to change the moment. I had to change the energy. Right. So I said, everyone right now, I let our heroes continue their conversation, and it was a great eye opener and completely sad. We back the blue. We'll always, who backs the blue on this, right? If you back the blue, hashtag we back the blue, hashtag we got your 6. And I said, right now, I said, everybody go introduce yourself to somebody you don't know. So I went right to one of the officers that I didn't know. I said, hi, I'm David. Okay. Well, the event happened. The Wolf event happened. Winning on and off the field. It's all about winning because all we do is win in honor of you heroes. So after the event, I text one of our hero educators that I coached her kids at the time, middle school educator. And I said, did you introduce yourself to our hero or our heroes? She said no.
Why wouldn't she?
Well, ... You know the iPhone, ... starts happening.
Right.
Next time I will. So here I am as a coach, as a leader, whatever. We always back those in blue. Yes, we do. Right. And so one of my goals, now we're getting welcome to the David, right? One of my goals is to change it from a thin blue line to a thick blue line. Hashtag thick blue line. We need to get it thicker and stronger because it's disgusting what you all are going through, heroes out there, and the families. They don't like it. And I don't like it either because I don't like to see our heroes sad and depressed and taking down the thin blue line. So we need to change it. And obviously, we can do a gold line. I want to create a gold line apparel so we can just honor all of our everyday heroes.
I love it.
I'm an idea person, and whatever happens. If more people help, we'll get more things out there. Otherwise, we'll just keep chipping along step by step. And obviously, we have a lot already happening. So we will make things happen, and we're going to continue to make things happen.
So this teacher, and you got the ... And then, yeah.
So she goes, next time I will. Yeah, now you're into the story. So...
Because I can already tell you my immediate response. My immediate response is, what is the next... There might not be a next time.
Yeah, you got to win the moment, right?
Right.
Right now is all we get.
Right.
I get, yes, you all love it. I love it. I love you all. And thank you for having me come on here and share some of this and go a little bit more in depth.
No, thanks for coming on, man. And I just want to keep going because you got so many stories, and finish the story there because I was into it. So why did she not reach out to or introduce herself?
So we're expecting our kids to do better. We're expecting all this stuff, but here we have a hero educator middle schooler that couldn't even go introduce herself to our law enforcement in uniform. However, on the opposite side of it, our law enforcement didn't go to her either. Right? And I'm not blaming her. And this is why I continue to push harder and stronger for this organization. Because if our educator that's leading our future was intimidated, our law enforcement couldn't even go build a connection. And don't get me, the following year, she won Teacher of the Year. She's a badass educator. So it's not like she's quiet or she's not doing her job. It's just the society that we live in. So they couldn't even interact and say hello. That's a problem.
Yeah, it is.
And so I did a wolf seminar again. I did the second time. And the next one I did, and we do national anthem, Pledge of Allegiance. We have food out there. We're eating health food, and we're having hydrations, and we're doing a cheers to our heroes. Cheers to hydration.
Nice.
Cheers.
I love it.
So the second seminar, right? August and then September, I brought child protective custody out. I had another, and I knew nothing about it. One of our heroes worked for the county. I said, will you come out and speak? I brought the Girl Scouts did the Pledge of Allegiance. So I had Girl Scouts out there. I had some community leaders out there. Obviously, my baseball program was out there. I had the skeleton. Pablo was out there. So then this hero, child protective custody, starts talking about what she does. We go in at 3:00 in the morning. We're taking kids away from the family. We're seeing kids that are beat up. We're just seeing kids that are going through major issues. We're protecting these kids. I'm like, what is going, like, who would beat up a kid, right?
Yeah.
Who would do this stuff? And like I said, I was never around law enforcement. I didn't understand what it's like to have our heroes that were getting shot at and killed, and now you have to look under the car. And you're supposed to be these badass people. And now I'm hearing these stories, and I'm like, what is happening?
Right.
She goes, I go home at 4:00 in the morning. I'll wake up my boys. I'll go lay in bed with them. I'll give them a hug and a kiss, and I'll just let them know I love them. I'm like, this is crazy. Next thing you know, the Girl Scouts are like, can you come speak to our program? I'm like, wait a minute, these seminars, there's something powerful happening. We're getting educated, we're building connections, we're building relationships. I'm doing it all on the baseball field and through sports. I mean, this is just like, it's winning everywhere. Well, 2 weeks later, we get hit with Hurricane Irma. Everything shuts down in Central Florida. I have a firefighters are out there at 2:30 in the morning during one of our worst hurricanes. They're out there on the streets, away from their family, away from their loved ones. They're out there taking care, cutting down a tree, helping people at 6:30 in the morning. They're in my neighborhood, cutting a tree apart so we can have an emergency exit if we ever need. They're sweating. They're up all night. I'm completely scared out of my mind during any kind of weather issues. I hate it. You can't control it. I don't like anything to deal with it. And here these heroes are out there in the communities, away from their loved ones, away from their friends. They're supposed to be guarding their houses, putting protecting the windows, and they're out there putting us first.
Yeah.
Come on, right? I mean, like if you truly think about it, it's so wrong. Right? It's so appreciative. It's so honorable, but you're supposed to be the hero badass for your family and the people that you love most. And here you're doing it for strangers that you don't even know.
Yeah.
It's not right. So I'm like sitting here. I'm so inspired in 2017. I'm like, who can I help? What's going on? Where everything's shut down, yada, yada, yada. I'm going in houses. I'm doing yard cleanups, and we don't have any power, but we're fine. Some businesses are completely out. Some businesses are completely in, so they're slammed. Some people are losing a lot of money. Some people are just completely out of business because they just had everyone bombard them. I mean, it's going both ways, right? Well, I'm watching, and I make a Facebook post. Who wants to come together for our community, our local businesses, and our heroes? I'm in, comment, I'm in. October 1st, we had our first ever, it was called Wekiva Strong. We had our first community meeting that we all were going to do this together. I had all these stories that I just shared about that people weren't saying hello, interacting. I'm like, we can't just do a one-day event. We're gonna have an interaction. We're gonna have a rehearsal dinner like at a wedding, right? So we're gonna do a meet and greet. We have to get healthier, so we're gonna do a community walk. So Friday night, we're going to launch the opening ceremonies, right? We're going to do a community walk. We're going to get healthy. We're going to have fun. And then we're going to have this huge thank you celebration.
I love it.
5 weeks, we put together this 3-day weekend event. Everything was free. I never worked harder in my entire life. I'm still not recovered from it. We knocked it out of the park. And this is actually one of our brochures right here. And one of the statements, it says what our heroes are saying. You're not going to be able to see this. This is actually some of our packages. Which way are we going? Right there. And one of the statements, I'll read it. It's a quick statement. We want a live radio station and says, in 29 years of service, I've never seen anything like this done.
That's amazing.
And it was the lieutenant from the county fire department, Seminole County Fire Department, who was out there protecting my home and out there you got to take care of your home, right? Mm-hmm. And 29 years of service, you've never really been thanked? What is wrong with our world?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not. And we knocked it out of the park. We had food, we had vendors, we gave out. Everyone was able to honor. We honored local businesses. We honored people. We honored our heroes, obviously. I couldn't just stay with it. We did it again the second year. I started honking every single time I started going by the fire department. Every time I drive by a fire station, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I honk 5 times for our heroes, right?
Love it.
Every single time I'm driving by, right, law enforcement's around, I kind of, I don't know what to do. And I sometimes
because we also get nervous, even if I was one. Yeah.
Or I'll pump the brakes a little bit and let law enforcement get a little ahead. And I honk, and all the firefighters, all our first responders know about it. There's David honking 5 times. That more people starting to understand that we were honoring our heroes more. And then somebody one of our heroes wanted to write us a check. And we couldn't take it because we were just a Facebook group. And someone's like, well, David, people want to pay you to do what you're doing. I'm like, well, we just what are we doing? Like, we're not really doing anything. We're just loving and bringing the community together and having these major events. So we did it again. Next thing you know, we're sitting in a law firm. I told the law firm that what we do, what we stand for, this is what you have to do to become a 501,811 WCX. What? Like, where's the baseball field? I just want to go coach.
PQ,
Right?
RX, yeah.
They're like, you need X amount of money. I'm like, I'm just kind of like ready. Like, when are we getting out of here? This isn't working. Like, I don't have any time. I don't have any energy. I really don't want to do this because it's way over my head. And it's emotional. These things are emotional. Dealing with our heroes. This stuff is intense, whether people want to admit it or not. Creating a nonprofit. So this is what I said. And when we're sitting with a firefighter and the head of the law firm, this is the only organization in the world. It doesn't matter your race, your religion, your political affiliation, where you live. Everybody needs law enforcement, fire department, educators, medical, and our military. She goes, you know what? You're right. I'm doing this for you right now. And she goes, later tonight, send me what you want your organization to be called, what your mission statement's going to be, and who your board members are. And I'm like, what? And we basically became a nonprofit overnight, and we built it into Hero Strong. You can see the logo right behind. It's all gold. Our tagline is because a thank you is not enough. The business cards are gold, right? The logo's gold. Obviously, Old Glory's on it. It's so simple, and people want to know what it's all about. And if we stop the organization right now, which we're not, we have saved lives. Mm-hmm. I mean, we literally have saved lives. We have changed lives. We have inspired so many heroes. We have kids. I mean, at the meet and greet, I haven't. One of the players I coached, he's turning 8 on November 10th, which is our opening ceremony. And he did the Pledge of Allegiance when we cut the gold ribbon cutting. And I said, would he be interested in doing it again for the opening ceremony? Well, his mom's like, it's his birthday. I said, well, ask him if he wants to do it. We can celebrate him and all this stuff. He's turning our opening ceremony into his birthday party. That's turning awesome. 8. He's just created invitations, inviting his entire class to come lead the Pledge of Allegiance, right? So he's turning this into a birthday party at our opening. I mean, like, talk about our future. Talk about leading. I mean, that's how important this organization is, to bring awareness and to bring it into everyday life. And I'm just so proud of our future. Shout out to Miss Patriot and your whole family. You know who you are. Bringing out your boys and your whole family. It's going to be special. It's unbelievable what happens when you lead with love. Oh, and again, we have the biggest flag retirement ceremony, Old Glory. We had over 4,000 American flags got turned into us this past year. 4,000 plus. So our board member, Matt Morgan's like, that's got to be a Guinness Book of World Record. So we're going to be looking into contacting Guinness, and we're going to see if we can create world history right here in Central Florida. We have 3 fire pits. Every fire pit's labeled red, white, and blue with the definition of what each color stands for. We have a flag etiquette coordinator. So they come out and talk about what you do during the pledge, during the national anthem. We just honored over 90 Vietnam veterans and spouses at our welcome home to our Vietnam veterans. I mean, it is just absolutely incredible what we're doing. We teamed up. We've been helping a law enforcement officer that got his house destroyed last year. I've helped him. We didn't pay out of our pocket, but with all the resources that we have, we helped him get everything that got destroyed from the hurricane. Everything got taken out. We got him dishwasher, washer, dryer, appliances. I mean, unbelievable what's happening. What happens when we put the community together under one common cause, and that is to support and love our heroes. It's absolutely amazing.
It is amazing. And I'm going to take a break a little bit. So Michael, he's in West Virginia. He's the president of the Patriot Guard. He said, here in West Virginia, my wife and I have been doing the two-toot salute when we pass a veteran with a decal or license plate to show our thanks. So that's a cool one. So hashtag two-toot salute. That's a tongue twister right there.
Two-toot salute. Salute.
Yep.
So is that for the 22 a day?
It's just a veteran toot.
Toot toot, yeah.
Salute.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
toot toot.
And then
Salute.
Thomas Reardon, aka Doc. So he is a military veteran. He was a corpsman in the Navy. One of our favorite people. And then your hero teacher, Miss Melissa, says, "I can't wait to see all the kids out there leading the pledge." So she's excited about that. And then I'm gonna take a quick break. We gotta pay the bills.
Real quick before we go, though, I challenge anybody, whether it's a toot toot salute or I love your high five. 5 honks.
High five our heroes.
Yeah, high five our heroes. And I talked with you a little bit before I went on. I've got a little group that it's outside of a cigar shop, and anytime I go by, I do the doot 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 doot, and they know it's me. You know what I mean? But it's a whole bunch of first responders that just hang out outside of a cigar shop, and I don't smoke cigars, but I'll go and hang out and just kind of BS with them.
Shoot the shit.
But like, people recognize that, and the same thing like when I go down through the Highlands. Anytime the firefighters are sitting out front, I guess that's closer to the toot toot salute.
Yeah.
But I love it. I challenge anybody to give them a.
But anyway, we're going to play the video real quick for our sponsor, Talon Talents. So www.talontalents.com. So I'm going to play that and we'll be right back.
Hang on just a minute.
Owner of Talon Talents here, and I just want to say that we are ecstatic to be a major sponsor of Homefront Sit Rep, a community that is ran by veterans and made for veterans. So thank you for tuning in. Talon Talents was formed in order to create a music scene that was together in the form of a collective, so that no one has to do everything on their own. And guess what? We've been doing this for free for over a year. So please go and check out Talon Talents through Facebook or through our official website at www.talontalents.com. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you again for tuning in to Homefront Sit Rep, a veteran-owned and operated podcast just for you.
And we are back. Yeah, so big shout out to talontalents.com, man. I tell you what, he's been very he's not a veteran. He's kind of like you. He's not a veteran. And he's helped us out with our intro video and outro video. He's working on a website for us because we don't have one. We have one for our podcast itself, but we don't have one for Homefront and Sit Rep. He's working on that right now, and he's doing it out of the kindness of his heart. So definitely a huge shout out to Talon Talents, man. I tell you, without people like them in our corner, and I'm sure you got people in your corner that does something similar to that. So
if not, check him out.
Yeah,
he's awesome.
It's amazing what happens when you do things with love, and when you do it for the right reasons. And there's a lot of people. I mean, there's a lot of business minded out there, and I'm not saying that you don't need money, but our world is lacking love and community and those people that you're talking about. And thank you to everyone that's helping you all. Thank you to everyone that's helping Hero Strong. You know who you are, right? And we give a lot of props, and we give the microphone to all of our sponsors when they come to our events, because everyone needs a voice. Everyone and our heroes need to know who is supporting our heroes, because you all are human beings, and the more that our community members get involved, we want our heroes to make sure that they're going to them. There's our website. Yep.
Yeah,
so I figured I'd share the website here. So it's herostrong.org. It's got a little bit of everything on there. It's got their logo right there. Got the motto, because a thank you is not enough. #HeroStrong. I love it. I love it.
There's Hero Trooper Steve with new 6.
There you go.
Love it.
One of our he is military and law enforcement, and now he is the street expert. And he goes around teaching people how to drive and how to merge. And he is just little things. And his background is in law enforcement and obviously in the military.
Speaking of teaching people how to drive, I tell you what, they put blinkers on a car for a reason, right? And people nowadays, they don't signal at all. Like they just, there's my turn, man, drives me bonkers. I hate it with a passion.
So
Well, we're
scroll down
just
a little bit.
distracted.
I
mean,
love what
people
he
are
also
distracted.
has. I love how he has the definition of hero. So in case you've forgotten, there it is. Black and
So
white.
that actually
black and yellow.
our secretary, Royal Support Services, Donna Loader, is the one that put together our whole website. It's just been we have some amazing people that are helping us.
I love it, man. I tell you what.
You're just talking about flag retirement. I like how you have the flag facts, etiquette, and history. That's awesome. And I also love how everything you have on there is your home, your about, you got support us, sponsor, your events coming up, your donate now. Anyone that wants to donate and help them out, sounds like they're doing absolutely amazing things. So please check out their website. They are also on Facebook. What else are you on?
Facebook is our main page. Our Facebook page. We have a Hero Strong community page, but then if you type in Hero Strong, you'll see the gold logo, and that is by far, without a doubt, the most intense page that we have. That's always getting updated. I run that. Hero Melissa's always doing a lot of our posts. We're on Instagram, Hero Strong. We're on Twitter, YouTube. You can go watch some of our videos. We're on LinkedIn, so we're out there a lot. But I want to share something with you all, because, again, freedom is not free. We have to make sure we always remember and never forget. Mm-hmm. So our 5 branches, who are our 5 branches again? Can you say them real quick?
Marines, Army.
No.
Are you talking about yours? Okay.
Yeah, ours. Yeah.
You got military.
Yep.
First responders.
So law enforcement,
firefighters,
medical personnel, and educators.
So those are 5. That's why if you look at the logo, there's 5 stars on each side. And the 6, we got your 6. And I look at it every single day, and I haven't put it up yet, but this is one of our heroes, if you can see it.
Yep.
This is Hero Mike Memberstat. This is the first ever badge we've ever received. He was a SWAT officer or Orange County Sheriff's Office, and he's no longer with us.
Sorry to hear that.
And I didn't know him, but this is the same presentation that the whole family has, and they didn't know me. And they came across our organization. And then next thing you know, I got connected with them, and I told them everything we do. And Mike's brother, Brian, is a firefighter. And this guy is a complete badass. His quote that he lives by, and then we take with us, and we actually might have them get a kickball team, is earn the day. Right? You got to earn the day. And if anybody has a quote that you live by or you utilize, share it, because obviously my quote is every day is a win. We got your 6, earn the day. Hero Jose, one of our combat veterans, his is reset at 0. Right. Another one is love on purpose. So I love asking if you have any that you want to share. But
we always say one veteran at a time.
So it's similar to kind of like one hero at a time. Yeah. But yeah, it's one veteran at a time, and somebody that has struggled with a lot of adversities and things like that, and going down rabbit holes. Every day is a new day. So it is a chance. It's almost like reset at 0. So if you can get through, you might have messed up that day. Maybe you didn't accomplish everything you wanted to, but tomorrow is always a new day. If I could just make it to tomorrow, and then when I wake up that morning, go, okay, can't change what happened yesterday. Today is a new day.
Yeah. I mean, if our world lived just 1% like you heroes, it's amazing. I mean, the discipline, the mindset, the challenges, the teamwork, the physical strength that our heroes should be living out every day. Because I mean, there's some heroes that can't even move, and I don't understand it. and we won't go down that conversation, but they are out there putting us in danger and putting their teammates in danger and themselves in danger. We have to make sure we're healthy and strong. Heroes strong, right?
That's right. I love
And
it.
so the 6th branch, it's one of our Marines gave us this message. So here comes your education for the night. And this whole thing has probably been educational, but now we're going to go a little deeper.
I love it.
So in 1983, it was really our first ever attack on the United States of America. Do you know what happened with the Marines?
That was Beirut, wasn't it? Yeah.
So in 1983, we lost 241 heroes in the Beirut bombings.
Yep.
And I was very fortunate and thankful to meet one of our heroes' sisters. Her brother was Sergeant Mikat Kamara. And she gave us this message. And now this is a message that we live with every single day. It's in my mind every single day. It's about living for our heroes, learning from our heroes, and being there for our heroes. So we have peanut butter and jelly at every one of our events.
Nice.
Every one of our events will have, it doesn't matter where we go. If we went to the nicest club, all right, I think you can see one of these posters over my this shoulder. We were at the Citrus Club downtown Orlando, and I said, I don't care what food you serve, and it was all catered and donated to our organization because they chose us as the nonprofit to honor. We need peanut butter and jelly there. What? We've never had that. I said, I don't care, and I said, let me tell you why. So if you want to live a strong and successful life, you live every day with hashtag PB&J. And if you start, if you all are going on our social media, Hero Strong, you're gonna see hashtag PB&J on majority of all of our posts. And you live with every day with purpose, balance, and joy. And here it is, right here. I hope it's not backwards, but that is Hero Mekat. Right there in the back, our United States Sergeant Marine. He was killed in the Beirut bombings with 240 other heroes, so 241 altogether. And his sister gave us the message of PB&J, and every one of our events will have purpose, balance, and joy. We will live with purpose, balance, and joy. And we will always have peanut butter and jelly as our 6th branch to always remember and never, ever forget our fallen heroes and their families.
Oh, man, I love it. That's, God.
It's such a good message, and it's short, sweet, and to the point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But with such impact.
Yeah. Oh, it definitely very impactful. And
so
that's freaking amazing, man.
So it's what I say. We were just talking about our community supporters. Community support is the best support, but hero support is the strongest support. And it is an honor to be on your show. It is an honor to call you heroes. You don't do it for the hero recognition. You're not doing it for the gold hero medals that will be launching next month, but you all deserve it. You all earned it every single day, putting your right hand up, serving us overseas, serving us in the community. We can't thank you enough. And that's why our organization exists. And I ask people that I am one of the hardest and most complicated people to deal with. And yes, I'm stubborn, but we're honoring the most amazing human beings in the world. And if we're not doing it right, then we're letting you all down.
Yeah, I agree.
If you're getting involved in our organization, if you're watching this right now, listening to this, and I want to help, we need help because we need to make sure that our message is strong and to the point, and the people that are volunteering and our sponsors, the people that are out there that are going to say that we're a part of Hero Strong, you need to go up there and you need to thank our heroes. If you see a hero on the streets, if you know a family member that's a hero, if you know anybody, go out there and reach out to them and let them know that you appreciate their service, because it can save
my
life.
My daughters know. Anytime we see anyone in any type of uniform, first responder, military, doesn't matter. They go up and say, either thank you for keeping us safe or thank you for your service. I let them pick which one they want to say, and sometimes they flip back and forth. But they're gonna say
High
thank
five to
you, one or the other. And
It matters so much.
I have taught
We
them
were
since they
just
were knee high
invited.
to
I had our mayor
grasshopper.
bring us to an event. We were invited to a living center to the veterans breakfast, and we want to get all these veterans to come to our events, and they're thinking about getting transportation so they can bring all these veterans to our events. And we put together a presentation and a slideshow, and they're like, yeah, we like it. I said, welcome home to some of the Vietnam veterans. We brought a few off. Yeah, it matters. And to all our heroes out there, I know you have a lot of heroes listening to right now. Everything that we do as I hear backwards. Everything that we do as an organization is because you all are number one. On the back of the jersey, it says it's number one. It's quite simple. Thank you all for your service. Stay strong, hero strong. And what it matters is every last Friday of every month, we ship out HOP packages. HOP stands for Heroes Oversee Packages. So we'll send out baby wipes. We'll send out Twizzlers, beef jerky, socks. We just put coffee in it. First Responder Coffee Company just donated coffee to us, so we put that in there. And we got connected with the Beta Club of middle schoolers, and we went out there and actually just did it again for us because we just shipped out all the packages. But they wrote 117 handwritten letters and donated 10 boxes of all these essential items. And we were at this breakfast lunch with our military veterans, and we were talking about we do the flag retirement ceremony, our thank you hero ceremony, and then it got to the slide that we had on our couch that I literally put out all these items. And I said, you see all these items right here? I said, these were all donated by middle schoolers. And they all started clapping and smiling. I was not like, and then I said, not only did they donate all these items, they did 117 handwritten letters that says, Dear Hero, like Joe, you just saying about your kids, right? And it says, Dear Hero. And then they all, the middle schoolers, so some of them put a page and some of them put a paragraph, whatever it was. And they were just so excited. And we've been shipping out packages for 3 years now. Oh, we have awesome. Never gotten anything back. Like, and we're not doing it for that. The first time we put the kids' letters in these things in the hot packages, I get a big package or like an envelope package that was addressed not to, well, attention hero strong, but then it had the student's name on it. And it had a I didn't open it. I said, I gave it to the teacher, hero educator. And I said, we got something. I had no idea what was in it. And it was a handwritten letter from like the sergeant and a challenge coin. And it was like the first time we ever put any youth letters in these packages. And I'm like, that means something.
I was fortunate enough when I was overseas that I don't know exactly what teacher put it together, but I got like 30 some odd cards that were, and some of them were like stick figures and some of them have the flag and some of them you could barely read the writing. But like with each one, I just sat and I looked at it and had the moment to think that this kid, whether they knew what they were doing, gave me a moment to pause, and it, and like just even recently, my daughter, my youngest daughter, she's still in elementary school. She came home and she's like, "Oh, here, I was told to give this to you," and I was like, "Okay." I didn't think anything of it. She hands me an envelope, and it is packed. Her whole grade made cards because they knew that her mom was a veteran, so they made cards for me, thanking me for my service. And I tell you what, I still have them. It's again, maybe the kids sometimes they understand, sometimes they don't. But some of them crack me up, but it matters. Some of them crack me up. Some of them will draw little little rifles and thanks for keeping us safe, pew pew. And then some of them are waving the flag and
but it's unbelievable. And if anybody's out there that wants to give us some letters, and I can give you our address if there's anything, we're filling up. I have 5 schools. The week before, I had an entire class call me on speakerphone, an entire pre-K class, and literally said they want to write letters to our heroes.
So
And
is
I'm
it
like,
the one that's on the website, the North Hunt Club Boulevard?
yep.
Okay, so because Veterans Day is right around the corner, so I know a lot of schools like to do things, and sometimes they don't know what to do or where to send them. But
Yeah,
right there on your website, they can mail them down at Suite 2021. Looks like.
Yep.
So yes, please. These cards, I'm telling you, somebody that has been fortunate enough to be a recipient of one. They do mean a lot. So
They do. I remember getting care packages when I was overseas, and the ones that meant the most were the ones that had student letters and
Mhm.
stuff in there. I mean, yeah, like you said, they might not understand what they're doing at the time, but it's very impactful. I mean, very, very impactful.
I've had a student come up to me years later, go, "Wait a minute, you're such and such mom?" I said, "Yeah." He's like, "I think I made you a card." And I was like, "Yeah." I said, "Which one was yours?" And he described what he drew, and I was like,
Just look at
"Oh,
this. I mean,
and I was like, "Yes, that was awesome. Thank you so much." He's like, "Can I give you a hug?" And I was like, "Yeah, come here, buddy."
it's
So,
unbelievable, and that's the biggest thing. I mean, we want to do more for our heroes, and we're still trying to get our organization. So a lot of the funding that's coming in is to help us with insurance. Now we have rent with the museum and the headquarters,
Mhm.
obviously our events, but we're looking to do more and more. The HOP initiative, Heroes Oversee packages. We have a HOP coordinator, so we're looking for more coordinators to help us that can really focus on one specific task, because I'm literally all over with the events, with social media, with conversations like this, that I don't want to miss out on any of these opportunities. If you have any other connections and you can get us on, by all means, it's greatly appreciated, because
You know
it's just
who would match his intensity? Al.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Triple Threats Vet Podcast. I think you would match their intensity, and they would probably love to have you on. So we'll definitely do
whatever
that.
you can do. I mean, I was on another hero podcast. We got your six, or no, it's called Check Your Six. And I literally, Michael Jordan is like my favorite of all time. And I said, Michael Jordan, here we go with the introduction. And then he goes, David, I got something for you. He went back and forth, and he did the introduction of Michael Jordan. From Longwood, Florida, from University of Central Florida, David, and he went all out. It was like, I've never had an introduction like that. And,
So how close are you to the Tampa area?
we're about 2 hours.
Right, New Year's I'll be down in Tampa, so we're gonna have to meet up while I'm down there.
Probably
Yeah,
meet
please,
halfway or
whatever you
something.
can do.
Yeah.
And I also want to challenge you all too, because
He
with your
really likes
daughters,
flipping it on us. I
Yeah, he
like
does.
this. Yeah. All right, go ahead. What you got?
I'm a coach, right? We got to win. It doesn't like, and the thing that I ask myself, because this is not easy stuff, and I mean, you know how running stuff and dealing with everything, and I try the whole weekend, I'm trying to make free, and a lot of people want us to just, how much money are you giving our heroes? Well, we've helped people get their truck back, we've helped people get their rooms back and their houses back when we can, but right now we don't just hand money out yet. We don't have scholarships. We're not just writing off checks and doing grants and all that stuff yet, but it's just taking care of everything. And but we need help, because we have opportunities that we don't want to miss out on.
Yeah.
But what I want to challenge you with, and this is what I always say, is what happens when the strongest people in the world get even stronger. That's what I want to find out in this world. I want to find out when you smile more. I want to find out when you are more proud and even prouder, because you can always continue to develop and grow, and your love can continue to flourish. Right. So I don't care how great you are, you can always get better. You can always grow. You can always love more. And that's my perspective on it. But I want to challenge you all. Those letters that you said, the kids and the students, can we do a dear hero to your kids' teachers? She has an elementary teacher. Do you think they can write a letter to the educators, right? And surprise the educators? Because that's one of the things that I really want. We've given a lot of love to military and law enforcement and fire, and we're not stopping that. I'm not saying that we're stopping it, but really next year, I want to get more focus on our educators, obviously our nurses and everything. But right now, if you have a connection with the kindergarten, Have them write a letter to their educators.
So I will give a huge shout out to my youngest daughter's elementary school teacher. Her assistant has the librarian at the school has since retired, and her assistant has wanted to be a librarian, and that's one of those positions they stay at it until they retire. So her assistant is no longer going to be her assistant, and she's moving into the librarian position. And I give my daughter's teacher so much credit. She had them all write cards and congratulations because she was really sad to leave as being a teaching assistant. But this has been her dream job for many years, and this is her opportunity to go ahead and do it. So it's kind of hard that it's middle of the year, but I am so impressed with my daughter's teacher to go, we need to recognize and not be sad. We need to congratulate her and thank her for the time that she gave us, so I'm really impressed with my daughter's elementary school and things like that.
So
But
earlier,
I'll definitely keep it going,
real quick is because that's a big life moment right there. And a lot of people don't share their dreams and what they really want to accomplish. And for that hero educator and for the teacher to know that that's one of her dream jobs, and for her to understand that's her dream job and not settling, right? That's like, that deserves this.
No, so that was the biggest thing. And then my daughter's teacher did an amazing job of explaining that as well. So the assistant, it kind of said, hey, this is what I'm doing. But then it was the teacher who's losing an assistant, which is hard. Teachers love their assistants. I know that. But for the teacher to, rather than going, they're like, explained it to the children to understand how monumental this is for this assistant to take this position. So rather than it turning into a depressing thing or an upsetting thing, it turned into a celebration. It turned into a celebration that she is finally getting what she's never stopped going after it. Now she's getting it.
Which is so important. And that's what our world is lacking: passion, conversations, to be able to have those conversations. And I hope you let that hero educator know that what she did was incredible, coming from you and the way that you just worded it. I mean,
now that you said that, I need to make an extra point of it. So thank you for that challenge.
It's incredible. And we can't, winning is a byproduct of all the little things done well. And to take 2 minutes to explain that, to take 2 minutes and to really have that conversation. And I mean, she's going to inspire so many people because of that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's
so my two daughters, like I was telling you earlier, one's 16, one's 15. The oldest, she wants to go to the FBI. She wants to be behavioral analysis is what she wants to get into. And then my youngest daughter, who's 15, wants to be a 9th grade history teacher.
Okay, heroes.
So, and they're both talking about joining the military as well, which they're going to do what they want to do. I'm not going to force them. If they want to go in the military, fine. Just don't go Marine Corps. They can go in, because one of them said she wants to be a medic in the military. So I told her to go Army. Be an Army medic. And then the other one, the one that wants to go to the FBI, I said, look, go to the Air Force. You're going to have a better shot of getting into what you want to do in the Air Force and then to the FBI. So we're going to see how it all plays out and if however they go. So when it comes to heroes, me and Megan, like you said earlier, we didn't sign our name on that dotted line because we wanted that hero status. That's not how I was raised. I knew from an early age, probably when I was 6, 7 years old, that I was going in the military. It was just something that was in my heart from that day forward. And by the time I graduated high school, I joined the Marine Corps. And so being a servant leader, like, when you join, or having a servant heart, not a servant leader, but having a servant heart is, you're born with it. Some people are born with it. Some people ain't. We respect, in my house, we respect the police officers. We respect the fire department. We respect our teachers. And that's what I instill in my daughters. And Megan does the same with her daughters.
I also teach them respect the nurses, respect the custodians. How many custodians get a thank you? And they're
respect
the ones
everybody. They're human beings.
You know what I mean? Like, I asked my girls, like, hey, did you see the custodian today? Did you thank them for what they're doing? Because I tell you what, if it weren't for them, that school would be shut down because it's not clean enough. You know what I mean? So it becomes a health hazard. You know, they're the ones going around. If little Johnny gets sick in the bathroom, who's cleaning it up?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Rather than shut the bathroom down. So, you know, I think it's important to respect everybody in all facets of life. But
well, that's why you see the hat win. We take out the I, we put the one. Everyone matters.
Yeah.
And it's that simple phrase, team, together everyone achieves Mets. I mean more. Together everyone achieves more. And I'm a baseball
no,
coach.
you're good, man. I love it. All
right, man. We've been on here a really, really long time, and we could probably talk all night long. But before we let you go, is there anything else that you want to say before we let you go?
It's just, you don't know what someone's going through. Opening the door, like kindness, opening the door for someone, spreading love, spreading positivity, sharing this podcast, this show, right? Thanking you all. Like, if you're watching this right now, I mean, it's not easy to run your show that you're doing. It's not easy to do these little things. We make it look easy, but there's so many things behind the scenes, the janitors, the custodians, right? All the administrators, the guidance counselors. I mean, you go on and on and on, right? The cleaning the streets, the lawn services, everything, everybody, we're all in this together, right? Yeah. It's really, really ridiculous how we have to have one up on everybody. Yeah. And if you just lead with love, that is the most important thing, and you have fun doing it. Again, we have our big weekend coming up. If you're ever in Central Florida, hopefully we can get some chapters going in other states. This is Kentucky, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So now Hero Strong is making a little bit of noise in Kentucky. Where are you all watching from? If you're on here right now, where are you watching from? Where are you going to go and check out Hero Strong from?
Well, we know we got West Virginia on here already. So we got West Virginia for sure. But I have no doubt we'll have North Carolina. If she's not watching now, she'll watch later. So, yeah, we've got a little decent following, so it'll be good to see. And all I gotta say is, I know he's going down at some point. I'll be in Florida before too long because I always end up down there. I want my hug, sir.
Hey, we're here, right? And we'll sing it real quick. And we're so proud to be an American. Where at least we know we're free.
I love it.
And we won't
man. I tell you what,
the heroes that gave everything so we can live in the greatest country in the world, land of the free, because of our heroes. Get involved. Go check out Hero Strong. There's no other organization in the world like we are. What we're doing, we're uniting everybody. We're celebrating our country. We're honoring our heroes. We're rolling out the gold Hero Strong carpet. It's all because of Thank You Is Not Enough. We've teamed up with the Orlando Magic, with NASCAR. Who knows what 2024 is going to bring, but with your all's help and everyone that's watching this, thank our heroes. We're losing 22 heroes a day because of suicide. Our heroes, law enforcement officers, are getting shot every single day for doing a routine traffic stop. It's not routine. Thank them. Go out of your way. As I think it was Hero Michael was saying that he bought them dinner. Do whatever you can to let our heroes know that you love and appreciate them, because that is the most important thing. I don't care about the money. Our organization, yes, our board's going to like, David, don't say that. What I care about is our heroes being loved, supported, and appreciated. And I just want to say thank you to both of you all for inviting Hero Strong and myself to come on here tonight. Thank you. We got your 6. Hashtag PB&J, purpose, balance, and joy. We got your 6. We'll always remember, never forget our fallen heroes. And it's just an honor.
Well, dude, thank you so much. Literally, my cheeks are hurting.
I know, right?
Smiling. I can literally feel the love.
Yeah, so, I mean, just his personality is so infectious.
It's literally coming right through the video. So thank you so much for coming on, and appreciate all your time and everything that you're doing.
It's all for you. I mean, I say that straightforward. Thank our educators. If anybody wants to send some letters over, that we'll put in our hot packages, by all means. If anybody knows any heroes overseas, send us their address. Let them know how long they're going to be deployed for. And we have a phenomenal hop coordinator. Graham has been going above and beyond. It's just amazing. But Get those letters to those educators. Let your hero educator know that what she did by supporting her assistant, I mean, that's what life is all about. Never, ever settle. Go after your dreams. Have a game plan. Stick with it. Focus one day at a time, one win at a time, and thank our heroes.
Man, I love it, and thank you for coming on and sharing what you do, and it's just amazing. Like I said, I followed you for a really long time, and I seen kind of like at the beginning before COVID, and then after COVID, how it's grown like wildfire. And man, I tell you what you're doing, and people are getting behind it, and they love it. So if Megan or I could do anything for you in the state of Kentucky, reach out to us when we hang up. I'm going to text you my phone number because I know you don't have my phone number yet, but I'll text you mine and Megan's phone number. And
well, we got it. One of the things I want to do, and this is a bigger goal. I mean, I wasn't planning on having a museum with everything. That was like a 5 to 10 year plan. And we did it to this year. And it was just kind of happened because the landlord fell in love with us and we want to help. And you know how all that, the movie just continues. But I want to roll out the gold card. I want to go on a Thank You Hero ceremony tour. Right. I want to bring the gold carpet, and that's not going to be an easy task. But that's one of the things that we can really show communities how important our heroes are, and give the gold medals out, and literally do our Hero Strong Thank You Heroes, whether it's the weekend or just the ceremony. I'm not sure. We can talk about it, but I would love to get the Hero Strong ceremony and the gold carpet out there across the nation.
That would be amazing. And we can connect him with Sean Franklin from Relief for Heroes. He's a 30 years police officer. He's a 30-year retired police officer. He started Relief for Heroes. We'll get you connected with him as well, because he's got a pretty decent size organization up here. And he does focus on first responder and military. So I think that would be a good connection for you guys as well. And man, we thank you for what you're doing.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming on, spreading the love. We love it, man. I tell you what, thank you. Can't thank you enough.
Thank you. And I love that you've got everything going. Like
there's no, I mean, have you ever heard of the Gold Hero Strong Standard? Have you seen organizations doing this? No. Our world has been waiting for something. To me, this is a world solution. I mean, you see what's going on in Israel and Gaza and everything that's happening right now. And my heart is with everybody, because there's so many innocent people that are just getting killed, and it's disgusting. It's sad. And we really need to, we can't go backwards. No, but we can control what we can't control. And that is our attitude and our effort, and giving love and support to everybody that we can, opening up doors, smiling, honking 5 times for our heroes. I mean, just look at the toot toot salute. So it's absolutely incredible. Again, thank you for being our heroes. Thank you for your service. And to all of our heroes out there, law enforcement, fire department, our educators, medical, and our military. That is why we are Hero Strong, because of you and your families.
Well,
yes, sir. Well, thank you, sir. You have a great night.
Have a great night. Thank you so much.
And
really
we'll
appreciate
talk to you soon, buddy.
All right.
Bye, everybody. Let's go, Heroes.
All right.
All right, bye, buddy. All right, so man, I tell you what, he is super infectious, man.
Yeah,
super.
I wasn't lying when I said my cheeks are hurting.
I know, right? It's just like, holy cow. What's going on, James Stevens? How's it going, buddy? Man, I tell you what, look into Hero Strong. If you haven't, herostrong.org. You can go there. You can go on Facebook and look up Hero Strong. I tell you what, the movement that he's got going on down there, Mr. David Rubin, it's very infectious, and his personality is just so infectious.
Yeah, and I will say, by going on the website and also looking at the Facebook group, like, it doesn't even remotely touch what he even talked about on this podcast.
Yeah, no.
So please go back in, because it'll be recorded and all that good jazz. People can see it after the fact. So if you're just now signing on and you missed earlier part, later on it'll be posted. Please go in and rewatch it.
Yeah, definitely go in.
Nuts.
Oh, yeah.
What he's doing.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely nuts, man. But like Megan and I always say, stay safe out there. And
we got your 6.
Thanks for listening. Suggestions and comments are always welcome.
Discrimination will never be tolerated.
Cannot wait to have another great show with you all.
Don't forget, you can find us on Apple, Amazon, Spotify,
or wherever you get your favorite podcast. Stay safe out there. We got your six.